Hey guys, in today's video, shut up, I'm working on it. Anyway, sorry about that. In this video, I'm going to be explaining why 1.8 and lower PvP isn't just spam clicking, the pros and cons of it in 1.9 PvP, which I'll mostly be referring to as 1.8 and 1.16 PvP for simplicity's sake. But before we get into that, I just want to say that it would mean the world if you could like and subscribe. This is my first attempt at this style of video, and there are great ways to tell me if I'm doing it right. Comments work too. With that out of the way, onto the video. So I'll start off by explaining why there are two main versions of PvP and why they caused such a divide in the community. Throughout most of Minecraft's existence, Satan had used a mechanic where you could only hit roughly twice in a second, the damage of which only depending on the weapon, armor, and eventually whether the hit was critical or not. On February 29th, 2016, version 1.9, the combat update released, creating a divide in the community that still goes on to this day. This update introduced a new mechanic where you could still hit quickly, but the damage you do will be negligible, and the knockback was completely changed, meaning you now had to time your hits, basically making comboing someone off the map in sumo impossible. In 1.8 PvP, while most players use various methods to click fast, like fast, really fast, giving the 1.8 community the name spam clickers, the speed you click isn't actually essential to PvP, as you can just time your hits almost as though playing 1.16 and still get good results. Your CPS only really affects your knockback, as when you send attack packets, your knockback is reduced. There's just so much more to the version, like rodding, strafing, and a whole long list of things. 1.8's biggest pros for me are the satisfying combos, fast-paced nature, and defensive playstyle. Being able to deal high knockback and faster in 1.8, combos are much easier and more satisfying. And as you don't have to wait all that long for your next hit, you're constantly able to be attacked or attack someone. The cons of the version being the fact that if you do decide to learn a fast clicking method like jitter clicking, if you're not careful, it can actually hurt when you first start learning. It also doesn't have many defensive options apart from running and spamming blocks behind you. While you can still get extremely satisfying combos in 1.16, nothing can beat sending someone to the moon and back in 1.8. Still really fun, but not as good. However, 1.16 has shields and slower hitting, making it much easier to play defensively and still having the option to have a little bit of offensive gameplay too. It also feels much easier to learn for a new player. Ultimately, I'm a 1.8 player because I love the satisfying combos and the fast-paced defensive playstyle suits me better, but I still do really enjoy 1.16. They're both great systems and one just works better for survival and one's better for PvP minigames. And whichever you use, it's really up to preference, so don't make fun of people for using different versions. Unless you're using 1.16 on Hypixel, what is wrong with you?